no, coming back to play. Centaur's down. Didn't get the deny there. Looks like G now starting to get isolated. Viper's been thrown in the air there. The news Mirana's ult. Can they get them out? As we're going to see an assassinate. No, no more assassinates coming through. The Brewmaster about to unsplit. Comes back in there. They will lose the Wisp. I hear another shrapnel come down. Not finding any targets, so as it looks like Jiraiya will back up. So a 1-for-1 trade there. Probably coming out in actually Denial's favour. They lost the Wisp, but Wisp is basically playing position 5 at the moment. Yeah, Wisp is playing to... In fact, after that kill, like that thing there, I think they said, alright, screw it. Let Witch Doctor be number 4. Get him some farm. Get him a Scepter. And some defensive items and basically look at it go. Wisp, screw it, you can just deal with it. Arrow comes in, everybody splits. Viper strike again on Mad, not going to do a whole lot though. Down the blink, the thunderclap. Mech gets popped out though, and the assassinate won't be enough to finish this. The Stampede nicely used there by Sedoi to cover the retreat. Just wondering if they figured out whether or not there's a ward up here yet. Because they must have realized, because they got jumped. Poor old Sedoi got jumped by the Doom, blinked in and doomed him when he walked past there. So, I mean, they probably figured something's up. There must be a ward either here or up here, giving them vision. Meanwhile, mid lane, thunderclap there from Brewmaster, not really doing... Oh, haste through in there from Razor, but he's just going to TP out. Razor building towards a BKB, most likely. Wouldn't stop. Actually, you know what? BKB's not that good this game. Doesn't stop Doom. Will stop Assassinate, I guess, and some of Brewmaster's stuff. Actually, you know what? It's pretty good against a Brewmaster, so maybe it is a BKB. But I was going to say... Casual Heaven's Halberd is alright, especially in the Sniper's probably not going to build into a BKB this match. Because his opponent's lineup isn't that good with it. Because I'm pretty sure this Mithril Hammer, pretty sure that's getting turned into a Desolator. Meanwhile, top lane, oh! BZZ taking a ton of damage. The cast keeps bouncing back to him, and he is very dead. Double ults deployed on him, plus relocate. Doom, Death Ward, and relocate deployed to get rid of him. That's some hate there. But, I mean, it's probably needed. He is tanky as all hell. He's got the Scepter, he's got the Ring, and he's got a mech, which he managed to pop before getting doomed. Oh, Bane has picked up a gem. I think this is pretty solid. When you're putting on early aggression, as Sedoi now a Stampede away. Moonlight Shadow also being used to cover his retreat. Yol now throwing at the Nightmare. There's two... Oh, actually, no, they've got reinforcements. G is here. Arrow set up there. Stomp comes in. Fiend's Grip as well. That's some hate on Funzy. Funzy not enjoying this at all. They will bring him down, but everybody else gets the hell out of there. Did Wisp relocate? No, he did not. I get one kill there. It's not a major one, though. We'll slow down the Brewmaster Scepter, though, at the very least. So we won't be seeing that double clap just yet. Doom has finished up a BKB. Yeah. I don't know about that. I feel like they could have, I feel like they really just would have liked a mech earlier. Just from some attrition in these fights. It really helps out with a Wisp as well. It allows Sniper to stand his ground a bit more. Just the extra 300 or so health coming down the line. I think that would have been a lot more useful.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because nobody else is buying that. Witch Doctor is buying Agnes. He's being selfish. And Wisp, well, Wisp is too freaking portal forward. Anything, the blink, the clap. Now the split here. It's not an Aghanim Scepter split. They will get the rock down on BZZ. The casket has chased after Mirana. It's only going to end on Mirana, though. BZZ is now managing to get out of there. Still got his mech if they want to. G now possibly in some trouble. Maybe getting it locked down here. Death Ward gets punched by the rock there. Is getting it locked down. Forced stuffed away, though. And this is the problem without something to cover them. They could use a mech. Mech's already down. The ult going to bounce there. Now Viper Strike coming in. Slow down Funzy. We're going to have a blink out there from Sedoi. Arrow goes in. Doesn't find a target, though. Oh, almost threads the needle there with the creep, but will bounce off. And G and BZZ healing up and returning to the fray. They're going to keep the pressure up here. Sedoi still angling for some kind of blink there. That's the other thing Shrapnel's really good for you. It's got such a long range, you can use it to cancel blinks. Like, they could just throw it in here looking for Sedoi and cancel his blinks. Really, really good in that regards. But it looks like they're going to lose this tier 2 top. So right now, Denial still losing ground. But at the very least, they're keeping it fairly close. 5k disadvantage for them here. Okay, that's ballsy for Mad to come out, especially considering Sedoi is there. But will Sedoi try and jump this? He will. He jumps out. He's looking for an arrow, though. Can't find it. There's creep in the way. And Sedoi may get away his life for nothing as the arrow comes in, hits a creep. The bounce is out there. Stampede gets used. Blink in from Doom. Doom deployed on top of Sedoi. Sedoi's in some serious trouble here. Will need to be denied most likely. He's going to get run down. Level death to finish him off. Mirana pops roll, but it's no good if Doom's already on the target. And I hear an assassinate as well, and down goes the Bane. Oh dear, gem given away. That's going to hurt. That's really going to impact their momentum. And Virtus.Pro, they were looking for some good momentum here, but a really good turnaround for Denial. Unfortunately, a slightly greedy engagement for Virtus.Pro, which didn't work out. Creeper in the way, arrow missed, and then the casket messed everything up. But a 1700 gold swing there in favor of Denial, and Doom takes 470 of that. Meanwhile, there's the Leech, the static link coming out. Not going to do a whole lot. This Mad just opts to TP on out. Yeah, I'm really not sure how I feel about the Black King Bar. I feel like the early mech would have been better for the team overall, but you know, whatever, it's working.
Dire's top tower has been
They're making
denied.
it work, so whatever. If it works, if it sounds stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. Doom is going for oh, it was actually a Maelstrom for Sniper. I mean, I think it's less. I feel like it's less good since the headshots procs aren't as good anymore, but still, it's actually still pretty good. Just the attacks, but just the wave clearing really helps him out a lot in terms of increasing his farm. The attack speed, of course, for the headshot procs, but they're not as good as he used to be. They're still like most of his damage, so he does definitely need the attack speed. Yeah, I guess pretty solid pick. I mean, oh, actually, yeah, and he really needs the attack. He does have drums though, but he doesn't have the treads. I just really hate the headshot. Change the procs. The fact that they're a slow now instead of this the full on screw you stun interrupting everything. It looks like Virtus.Pro opting to grab themselves the Roshan again. I guess the other downside is that the only other real downside to the Maelstrom is it doesn't help you push very much. Like, you push the creep waves faster, but when you get the tower, it doesn't help chip it down. Whereas if you get an early Desolator on, you can actually early Desolator and the Shrapnel, you can actually just desolate towers. But I don't think anyway. This match, I think actually the Desolator would have been the wrong option because, well, they can't. They're not going to push it to early towers anyway, so there's no real value to it. Whereas defending with the Maelstrom is probably going to be way more useful. Plus the teamfight burst as well, going to be really useful. If he just gets if he procs like 2 or 3 lightning shots a fight, that's a lot of extra AoE damage because they can't push it this early anyway. Not up against the early aggression from Virtus.Pro. Their lineup is a lot stronger early. They've got to wait. But obviously, if they wait too long, could cause trouble because Brewmaster will definitely taper. Brewmaster's already beginning to taper off a bit. At least he's got the Scepter for the double Thunderclap, but still. And it's going to get to the point where he basically, he's going to pop the pandas and they just get right-clicked into oblivion. And then he dies. Especially the Fire Panda, because like, the Fire Panda doesn't, for some reason, I don't know why, the Fire Panda doesn't get any armor. He stays at like 12, every level, he's 1200 health with 0 armor. And that means he like dies in like freaking 4 hits or something from a decently farmed carry. It's actually really, it's a serious problem for the hero. So once the Fire Panda goes down, that's the only one that has normal hero-typed damage. Every other panda, the Storm and the Earth Panda, they're like piercing damage or something shitty like that. And piercing damage does like 50% damage before you take into fact like armor resistances and blocks and other stuff. It's really terrible. So, I mean, you could have like a 700 HP support, sit down next to a level 3 Storm and Earth Panda, and it would still take them for freaking ever to right-click them down. It's pathetic. So, I mean, it's in the late game, the Fire Panda just gets killed so quick, it's dumb. It's just not useful at all. It will help if Doom is building an Assault, but I think that might be Shiva's. Just because he's playing with a Blink Shiva's with the Doom is really nice. And it helps out a lot against the Razor, as well as the Viper, who don't tend to build massive attack speed items. The 40 attack speed reduction actually hurts them quite a bit. Same for Mirana, any kind of attack speed reduction against her stings quite a lot as well. Is she building an Atos? I think she is. I think she's building an Atos, and this will just help them stay on top of Sniper and Doom just a bit more. I mean, unless it's going to be like a casual hard or something, that'd be weird. I mean, Bloodstone doesn't make any sense. It's too much mana for Mirana. Even Atos is like too much mana, but she's gone for the Arcane Boots. I think it's an Atos. I mean, Atos is actually pretty nice. The spammability of that slow is really good. And it's got a really big range too, so it's good for setting stuff up. Viper's still missing here. I'd love to tell you what... Well, the experience seems pretty even. In fact, it probably is even. Can't tell though because of that. And the gold is somewhere in the 2,500 advantage vicinity for Virtus.Pro. So they're slowly losing ground in the early game advantage they had. I still think the late game is okay, especially considering Wisp is like so fucking useless. This guy, he's just like a free kill half the time. He just literally shows up the fight, gives Sniper a bit of attack speed. That's like practically all he does. They don't even have a mech from anybody to go just give him, just make his tether useful. He's pretty much literally, how much at the moment? Freaking 60 attack speed for the Sniper. That's about it. That's like all he contributes pretty much. The damage reduction is nice, but it's not that useful because Sniper doesn't want to be hit in the first place, and he doesn't have that high health pool to work with anyway. So Creo right now is just literally... He's like basically like a floating hyperstone that follows Sniper around. Oh dear. Oh dear. Man. When you're a position 5 Wisp, life just sucks. It really does. Like, it's like... You imagine like how much... You know when you're losing or you're just feeding a bit as a support and just the game just seems so shit. You're like, I fucking hate this game. Why am I playing this game? Just like playing as a Wisp... When you're underfarmed a level, just even worse, like 10 times worse. Just make you just go, like you just fucking log off and want to kill yourself. It's that bad. It's that depressing. And he's like, he can't even like abuse, like he's barely even useful for the relocates because Denial are playing so defensively. They don't want to get involved in fights. Every now and then they'll punish an overextension, but usually they don't want to get involved in fights because Virtus.Pro's lineup is so good at brawling this early on. I just feel like the only reason that they're giving away kills really is because they're overextended a couple of times in their bloodthirst. Like this attack down the bottom lane, that was unnecessary. They really didn't need to go for it. It was right outside the base. They couldn't set up a prop. Like I think it was a miscommunication. They couldn't set up the angle for the arrow. Mirana couldn't find the angle. The creep in the way. Just went a bit too early and everything just backfired horribly. Just didn't respect the fact that Denial, they were right outside Denial's base, and Denial, even if they're in base, like they're within range of 2 blinkers pretty much immediately. It was very greedy. Good news for Denial though. Soksha is getting kind of stupidly farmed. He's leading the net worth chart. Last hits wise though, definitely not. That Midas and Devour is really just paying dividends. Whereas Viper, it also helps that he's 2 and 0 and 4 assists. That's always useful. But the Viper on the other hand, BZZ and G have farmed like crazy. 169 CS each. Sniper's not even like, and this is probably the sad thing. Like Sniper was mid and dual mid and still losing in the CS war in mid. It definitely hurts when you don't win the 2v1 mid. 2v1 any lane and losing it's painful. Finally, alright. BZZ is back. Alright, so Aegis going to be picked up. I assume they're going to pass it over to the Viper again because he's super tanky. I mean, they might give it a Seto. No, they will go to BZZ. Also, should mention, BZZ does have 3,000 gold in the bank, so he's hanging on to a fair bit of money. We'll see where he goes with that, though. Considering the Sniper is not building into a BKB just yet, it feel like Kevin Talbot could actually be pretty useful at this point in time. It's anything that shuts down his attack speed. See where Mirana goes with this. I think, no, that's just wards coming out. Meanwhile, no aggression here from Virtus.Pro. They're just getting ready. I suppose also they've lost their gem. That's the thing also. That last fight like really hurts because Bane lost a gem. Which means they're going to lose a lot of their map control quite possibly, although nobody's actually putting it to... Like, the Brewmaster has the gem, but he's not putting it to work in terms of counter-warding just yet. In fact, they're probably holding on the gem more right now with the Brewmaster, just because they're worried about it in fights. Like, the Mirana ultimate in fights. And there we go. Taral just going to harass the tower, pop the shrapnel, and then back off.
Dire's top tower is under
damage
attack.
Does actually... That's like 100 or so damage to the tower, I think, if I can just find... this one. Yeah, there are no fights going on just yet, so we'll have a look at this. Might as well. There's nothing else happening. Everybody's just TPing out. Did I just crash my Dota? I think I did. Okay, that was probably not... Alright, let's never use the combat log again because it's crashing my Dota. Let's never touch that again. There we go. Alright. Doing about 70 to 80 damage. As... Okay, maybe it's not that. It's my connection to the server. It's apparently terrible. Alright, so we're going to crash out and log back in again. It's probably just me. I don't think it liked that combat log at all. Apparently that pissed everything off. It's 10 and 7. We'll see if we miss any kills when I get back in. So far, I mean, this could be anybody's game. The late game is, there's no massive outclassment, like one team has a Terrorblade or something towards the late game. So either way, this is definitely still a very even game in both gold and position in the game. I still feel like Virtus.Pro have the better draft, just they've been possibly a little bit too aggressive. And while we're away, no kills at all. Still 10 and 7, so no aggression, we missed nothing. Razor did find a haste rune though, which is going to make him quite irritating in his fights. He's lost his Aegis though. Oh no, sorry, no. Viper has the Aegis. Never mind. But this is going to make Razor pretty annoying. I'm actually surprised he didn't get to Razor because he can just run up and start storming the tower, which is pretty useful. Arrow goes in, not going to find any targets though. So whiff, blink in there from Funzy, goes down. They're going to focus this Viper, but Viper does have the Aegis. Here comes the Assassinate, going to do a lot of damage, but not enough. Doom is not deployed there. And they get another couple of hundred health off the tower. It looks like they're going to go back in. Sniper is probably... I'm going to feel like he probably actually needs to start throwing the shrapnel at Seto to try and just keep triggering his blink dagger to stop him from getting in there. And we see the Viper strike come out. It's on Paris. Blink there. There we go. Funzy goes and doesn't split though. Doom gets deployed. It's on Seto. No Stampede for Virtus.Pro. They need to back up. Is Seto in some trouble? They need 4 stars to come forward. This Moonlight Shadow will not help because it does not trigger while he's doomed. He really needs some backup here. Do they have another mech? Blink, clap. Viper's in some trouble now. Viper has the Aegis still though. Drain coming out there. Static Link. It's on top of Soksha. They will bring down the Wisp, but that's a free kill regardless. Anyway, there's a Delta split. We'll get rid of the casket. Death Ward comes out. Does absolutely nothing. Viper still has the Aegis. He's not down yet. Death Ward expires. There we go. They will manage to deploy the mech.
Dire's middle
Although
tower
Viper is still almost dead. He still has his he's saving his BKB though. He doesn't want it up yet. They'll trade a Wisp for the Centaur, who actually bought back, TP'd mid or bottom lane, and there's already rushed back down here. So they really want to push in still.
Thanks. Dire's middle tower is
Both
under
teams
attack.
finding a kill apiece, but still no major engagements here. They've managed to slow siege down another couple of hundred health out of the tower. Blink in, stomp, whiff, so 4 staff out immediately. And Casket also getting tossed out there. Assassinate going to come in, going to get rid of this. Actually, no, maybe not, because Corrosive Skin. Oh man, but there goes the Aegis. No, maybe. Doom thinks about it, changes his mind, decides not to go in and level death him. Alright, well, Aegis will remain.
A lucky find.
Virtus.Pro decided to cool their jets and will back off. Razor probably building an assault there. We'll give this team some... let's give them nice armor. Net worth again. So Razor's ahead. And Razor's actually managed to jump ahead of Doom here. G, just tanking up some more. I feel like this plus armor is definitely really going to help him out quite a bit. As they do find a Witch Doctor roaming into his own jungle. Probably a mistake there. Brewmaster, though, still carrying that gem, though. And no, it will actually be a Shiva's Guard. I don't dislike that. It's going to slow down the sniper a little bit, I guess, but it's also another nice little nuke to try and help pin down the sniper or whatever target he's going after. Mirana's just skulking. I think she's hoping somebody's going to come up and try and de-ward this, maybe. We'll throw out just a scouting arrow. Not going to really find anything, though. Because, I mean, if Wisp comes up there to try and do some dewarding, Mirana can quite easily kill him. She's got roughly 1,000 burst damage from her nukes alone. Right, so another 1,000 gold in the bank, but it looks like Virtus.Pro are content to let this one cool. They've managed to jump up a little bit, close to a 5,000 gold lead once again, 5,000 experience lead as well. A Rune of Destiny is bottom, but does anybody have a bottle to fill up on? Yes, Razor could pop that Rune of Destiny. They might have seen it, the courier passed over, we'll see. And that's that ward that Mirana was waiting for. Unfortunately, she doesn't get there in time to do anything about it. And Witch Doctor does have a scepter too. And surely he knows that, oh, this could, yeah, that was probably almost a, yeah, it will be a mistake. Actually, headshot coming, assassinate, there she goes. That was a greedy as shit D-Ward. Meanwhile, the Viper Strike goes down. Mad is in some trouble, however. The Death Slayer is out on Sniper, doing some good damage there to Viper. Viper pops a BKB, as well as a Stampede to help his retreat. Yeah, that was a pretty greedy attempt at a D-Ward on her own. I guess she was really just expecting the 4-staff would be enough to get away, but just the Sniper was too close. Gets the Assassinate off, and they will manage to D-Ward that.
Top tower is under attack.
And Jottam, what you doing there, buddy? Also, gonna be honest, I'm not super feeling the Arcane Boots. I think, like, yeah, she's got some mana issues, and if you're playing roaming support, I feel like probably the 4-stuff alone would solve it. And I mean, that's 1,000 gold towards finishing her Atos, which would be undoubtedly a lot more useful. I suppose it helps the Bane out a lot, but still. I think John is probably regretting the Arcane Boots at this point in time, because they're not really doing a whole lot for him. Generation Rune top. Jiraiya's now starting to get fat, and they haven't actually managed to get the Centaur. They managed to position him well in these fights so far. They haven't managed to get the Centaur on top of him. So Jiraiya's actually been really effective. He has died 3 times, but that was mostly ganking the lane phase. During these actual fights, Sniper's been relatively safe, even without something crazy like a Blink Dagger for positioning. They've just managed to keep him away from these disables that Virtus.Pro are carrying. And I'm going to say it's mostly been because the Doom and the Brewmaster have been going in together and causing a lot of chaos. Somebody gets Doom, Brewmaster's running around in circles, causing all sorts of havoc with the rocks and the tornadoes. It's very difficult for them to focus it. But now a gank team. Oh wow. Oh dear, Jottam. Oh dear. This is going to hurt. Although he's ducking in there as well. And Mad's going to TP. In fact, they're all TPing out. Oh, that was so close. And in fact, Jottam comes down to where Mad was standing and leaps through the trees some more. And 4-stars through the trees some more. Oh wow, that could have gone badly for him. And throw. Oh, just look at this ward. It's hilarious. I don't know if he realized they were doing this, but I guess he did. He was expecting them to try and sit in the trees here, and they were, in fact. He's so close to dying, he didn't even realize it. That's fantastic. Another 3,000 gold for Razor. Still hasn't found anything to do with that. Doom, Shiva's Guard is done. Brewmaster's still carrying a gem. Mirana says, alright, I'll get us another gem. Doesn't finish off the Atos or whatever she's trying to build, though. Or maybe it's just a casual vitality booster. You can sort of pick up a vitality or even a point booster, actually, as like a big bracer, basically. So it's just like, alright, it's just cost-efficient health and or mana if you go for the point booster. It's not bad. But I really feel like she's probably trying to build that into an Atos later. The slow is just really good and annoying.
Thanks.
But Aegis and Cheese now going to go to Virtus.Pro. We'll see if they can make anything happen with that. Scouting Arrow tossed out. Not going to find anything though. And this ward actually, yep. And then we have the pings. That, all right, well everybody's there.
Has fallen to the
and not only she probably wasn't putting this here to actually try and spot them treats. I think she put it here because she knows they have the gem. So she goes, all right, well I get good lane vision here. It's not a common ward spot like here that everybody's looking for. It's just here and it gives me good vision. And it's still spotting people who sit in trees, tree monkeys. Like Creo was hiding in the trees just then. Meanwhile, Mirana goes up on the high ground and we'll do some dewarding. And yeah, that's pretty ballsy considering Doom could have just jumped up there and tried to kill her. Although, fortunately this time Yol was actually close and could have backed her up. And I think she felt confident this time to do it because this time she knew for sure there weren't 4 guys getting ready to jump her as soon as she did it. Because they're all top. Well, G has got his Reaver. Uh-oh, G, this could be some trouble for him. He's all alone up here. I don't know if the TPs can come in fast enough, although he does have 2.6k health, so actually he probably has time, and he has an Aegis as well. In fact, if they go on him, he might just stand and fight and then let them kill them twice while they try and push the base bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sniper hasn't transitioned any new items yet. We'll see if he goes for a Mjolnir. It's his cheapest route to some more damage, like some more cost-efficient damage. And they're still waiting to see if G push. It's like they're still hoping G is going to push it. This is a lot of wasted time for Denial. They're not finding much farm at all while they're doing this. And there's 4 heroes up here, which is just giving the run of their jungle, just farming. So we've got 4 heroes up here doing practically nothing. And then 3 heroes down here farming, plus G is still farming, Seto is still farming. Just all around, not great. They were hoping for a pick-off, but they didn't find. Maybe they should have just rushed him. Just screw it, we'll see if it works. Now, 7.5k lead there for Virtus.Pro in gold. Experience-wise, it's a 10k lead as well. So Denial do have to be careful, but of course, they land a couple of good team fights, everything will turn around. Let's see. Arctic Blast being exchanged. Nothing hitting, though. And who got what, actually? Aegis on the Razor, obviously, but who got the cheese? 5 got the cheese.
Look at it go!
And some pings coming out there, both sides. And they see Doom. Again, Doom being a tree monkey, and they see him hiding there, thanks to that ward. I really like that. That's such a stupid, but it's a stupid spot to be able to put it, but my god, is it good. I hope they never remove that. I like those, actually. Those stupid cliff wards, they're great.
Gold is a great conductor.
Aegis going away in 2 minutes, so they're going to have to make something happen with this, or just say, alright, screw it. And this ward here giving good vision for Denial. It's going to let them know exactly what's incoming and how to set up against it. Unless Mirana comes up here, she's got a gem, she goes, okay, they know we're coming. They see everything. They see our backline. Assassinate going to come in and trigger that Blink Dagger again. Going to make it hard for Setoid to get on target. Sniper actually goes for a crit. Picks up the Crystallis. This tower now in some trouble. Doom going to ruin. BKB's up. Throws out the Doom. Stampede is down there, but he can't get in. As long as he's doomed, he's not going to get on top of that Sniper. Sniper, though, does get hit by Viper Strike. Viper went in deep and threw that on him. It does have a pretty long range, though, of course, because of the aim scepter. And now, Sokja, maybe it's trouble. That's Askit comes out, does bounces to 2 to 3. Now it's causing some issues, but they will just back off. They've eaten the Doom. It's fallen off there. We've still got the cheese. Aegis still good for another minute or so. Tower taking minimal damage in that push. Just another couple of hundred health. Getting the Brewmaster blink in. Split is down as well. There comes the Death Wall. Going massive damage. 4-staff the wrong way. Our cheese deployed here. BZZ trying to back off. They've got no more disables to throw at him. Will it be enough though? Razor comes in. Static link. Couple of damage there. Not a whole lot. And we see a blink in there from Brewmaster. Thunderclaps 4-staff away though. Doom blinky 4. Level Death comes in. Minimal damage though. Paris now in some trouble. That's Soksha. Soksha. Fiend Script. Soksha's down. Seto now in some trouble. Dural can't find another headshot. They bring down the Razor, but that's just the Aegis deployed. And it was about to run it regardless. That's a good use for them there. And G still trying to push forward, but for the moment, Denial. They still hold. They're down to Doom though. Still no Doom ultimate either. And they're missing a split for another 30 seconds. Genia just walks up.